Hi, I'm Ivan Hernandez Salinas, and I will be talking about discipline in schools. So, the school's discipline definition is the system of rules, punishments, and behavioral strategies appropriate to the regulation of children and the maintenance of order in schools. Its aim is to control the students' actions and behavior. Common forms of discipline are corporal punishment. This is the oldest form and is also known as hitting students, whether that be with a ruler, a switch, or anything else. It is currently banned in 30 states, however, it's still used in some southern states. It is declining though. Detention is the most common or well-known form of punishment. It requires a student to remain in school during specified time on a school day, whether that be during lunch, recess, or after school. This may also include Saturday detentions, in which the student comes in on a Saturday to fulfill that requirement. Suspension is a mandatory leave assigned to a student as a form of punishment. There are two types of suspension: in-school and out-of-school suspension. In-school suspension is when the student remains in school but spends the day in a special room isolated from peers and from any regular school activities. Out-of-school suspension is when the student cannot be on school grounds for a time specified by the administration. Expulsion is the permanent removal of a student from the school. An extensive study by the Center for Court Innovation of New York City school student found that once disciplined in school, students were more likely to face further discipline in justice system involvement if they were male, black, Hispanic, disabled, or poor, even after accounting for students' conduct and other factors. This quote was from the National Institute of Justice, and I have a data graphic on our right where it shows the likelihood or the disparity between black and white students in the cases of suspension. So the effects of suspension, these are well documented effects that take place with school exclusion discipline methods. And they are lower academic achievement, increased dropout rate, and does not improve the behavior but creates a cycle of punishment, and an increased risk for early involvement in the criminal justice system. On our right, there is a graph that demonstrates how suspensions affect or correlate with dropout rates, graduation, and enrollment in post-secondary education systems. So moving forward, there is an approach for discipline known as the restorative approach. It is student-centered, encourages reflection on the action that the student may have committed, and it teaches students how to be accountable for those actions, what needs to be different in the future, and reserves expulsion and suspension as a last case effort that should only be used for specific cases that involve either the de-escalation of a situation or if the student jeopardizes their safety or others. And these are my sources.